This is how to play the B flat chord on the guitar. So there's two very different ways to play it, and I'm going to show some other ways so that if you're having a hard time with this chord, you have a lot of options. Playing acoustic guitar or electric guitar, it's possible to play the B flat chord without a capo. It's going to be okay. In order for a chord to be considered B flat major, it has to have these three notes: B flat or A sharp, D, and F. So as long as you have those three notes, you have a B flat major chord. So you could play it like this. So you put your third finger on the third fret of the G string, your pinky on the third fret of the B string, and your first finger on the first fret of the high E string. All together like this. If you find that you're accidentally playing the D string and you don't want to, you could, with your picking hand, instead of having your hand in the air and strumming with your arm, you could rest your palm here and mute the E, A, and D string, and then just kind of strum with your wrist like this. So that's one way to play B flat or A sharp. Let's add another note. So this one, you put your second finger on the third fret of the D string, your third finger on the third fret of the G string, your pinky on the third fret of the B string, and your first finger on the first fret of the high E string. Now let's make it a little harder. In fact, it's so hard that I can't actually do it. But I'm going to show it to you anyway. The reason I can't do it is just because my hands are not that big. So the way you're supposed to play it is you put your first finger as a bar here across the first fret. So it's like this. And then you put these three fingers here, just like in the last chord we were doing. And as you can see, I just can't reach like that. So if you have bigger hands, you can do it. That's another way to play the chord. But if you're having the same problem as me, this is another way to do it. So what I do is I use my pinky as a bar across these strings here, the D, G, and B strings. So my pinky's on the third fret. It's straight, it's flat, it's like this. And then I'm able to put my first finger on the first fret of the A string. So all together like this. Another way to play a B flat chord is to just play what's called a power chord. It's just two notes, and it's like this. So this one, you put your first finger on the first fret of the A string, and either your third finger or your pinky on the third fret of the D string. So together it's like this. If you do use your third finger on the D string, you could put your pinky on the third fret of the G string. So it's like this. Or you could use your pinky as a bar like I was doing before. Another B flat power chord is like this. So this one, you put your first finger on the sixth fret of the low E string, and either your third finger or your pinky on the eighth fret of the A string. If you do use your third finger here, then you could put your pinky right below it on the D string, and then you could play the power chord like this. What's good about playing it this way is you could also add your middle finger on the 7th fret of the G string. So all together it's like this. And eventually you could do what's called a B flat bar chord. It's like this. That's my favorite way to play a B flat chord because it uses all 6 strings. The way you do that is you take your first finger on the 6th fret across all 6 strings, play all the notes like that, and then just add these fingers just like in the chord we were just doing. Put it all together. If you're having a hard time playing bar chords, I have another video where I teach a simple exercise you do every day, and before you know it you'll be able to play bar chords. I'll put the link in the description. Please check it out. Another reason I really like the bar chord is it gives me the ability to kind of slide up and down the neck to other chords really fast, kind of like this. Another way to play the B flat or A sharp chord is like this. So this one you put your first finger on the 8th fret of the D string and your 3rd finger on the 10th fret of the G string. So it's like this. You can also add your pinky on the 11th fret of the B string. So all together it's like this. You can get some really nice sounds on the electric guitar like this. Here's another way. So this one is just like playing a D major chord over here, and you're just going to slide up so that your first finger is on the 10th fret of the G string, and then your 3rd finger is on the 11th fret of the B string, and your middle finger is on the 10th fret of the high E string. So all together. And here's another way. So this one you put your 3rd finger on the 8th fret of the D string, your 2nd finger on the 7th fret of the G string, and your 1st finger on the 6th fret of the B string. I hope you got something out of this video. If you have, please let me know in the comments. Feel free to ask any questions. I would love to connect with you. And if you'd like to watch more of my videos, just search Guitarincrease. I'm Brett, and I'll see you next time.